So I was thinking offline, for anyone who missed it, I got these wonderfully, oh, it's kind of bright. These wonderfully iffy Chakotay tattoos. I have a whole 5 of them. I want to find a way to send them to people because I don't need 5. Definitely not. So I got to figure out a way, like a contest or a drawing or something. We'll see. But only with the promise that you have to take a picture of wherever you put your Chakotay temporary tattoo, designed by Michael Westmore for Star Trek Voyager. My oldest friend in chat gets one. I don't know, Megan. Do you want a culturally insensitive tattoo? Longest friend in the chat. Yeah, or were you attempted to put it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these are like 25 years old. Wait, what was the date on these again? Attempt to put it 1995. Yeah. They it does say that they should last for 5 to 7 days, but you're right. There might, who knows how long they'll last or if they'll even go on. Unless it's in a not safe for work location. I mean, I can make a Discord channel, you know, Science After Dark. And if you really want, you can put something there. Someone's gonna put them on a butt cheek, I guarantee. I don't want to guarantee anything. But yeah, I gotta figure out a way to send them out. Or choose people to send them out to. We'll see. I mean, like, they're so small. Science After Dark, yeah. Ooh, that'd be a good stream title. We kind of talked about it with Joffrey whoever's, the guy who's obsessed with human sexuality. And by that, I mean he's a sexual psychologist, just kind of with some interesting takes. Hello, David. Welcome. Also, Sci-Fi Gal 13. Let's see, Embus, I said hi to you. Megan, I said hi to you. Maddie Holmes, welcome. I saw you before. Dr. N After Dark, my second Twitch channel. My second Twitch channel, I don't understand Twitch guidelines. So, like, I don't know what I could do without getting banned. I know there's something weird, like if you're wearing swimwear, you have to be in like a pool or something. That's an idea for that. I'll wait till this channel gets a little more popular. I don't think 145 followers is the time where I start my second. Oh, Joffrey Miller, thank you. Jeffrey Miller? I still don't know how he says it. I want to say Joffrey. You started just referring to him as the penis intelligence guy. Yes, that is who he is. Are you afraid of science? Are you afraid of science? That is actually, I'm going to write that down because I like that as a stream title. Are you afraid of science? Because October is quickly approaching. That could be an interesting stream title and topic. Science After Dark is the name of your OnlyFans. Ooh, dirty phenotypes. Actually, I'm going to search that. Dirty phenotypes. Not on screen, of course. Nothing. Dirt-related digital imaging of root traits, or DIRT. A high throughput something or other that it cuts off. Yeah, the Halloween aesthetic. Ooh, wait, actually, yeah. Let's see. Color. What are the spookiest colors? Orange and black? I don't know if those two will work. Oh, orange and red, actually. They are two different colors, but they're very similar. Very spooky. Are you afraid of science? And use the Are you afraid of the dark stuff? Oh yeah, definitely. No, that's exactly what I was thinking. I've already got the Are You Afraid of the Dark Kid look going. Wait. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. You know, it's been a while. Well, who were the kids? I don't know if it's the light aesthetic or just the, like, if I look like someone on there. I don't think so. It's been a while. Yeah, no, but this, got the spooky, yeah, definitely the spooky lights. You know, if I can move one of these. Hold on, I got this. Maybe I don't got this. I was trying to put it below me so it would be, you know, at my face. That's pretty spooky. Maybe I'll do this. Oh, this kid? Oh, no. Oh, no, you're right. You're kind of right. As as someone with red hair and glasses, my childhood was full of people telling me I look like the kids with red hair and or glasses on TV, even when I definitely didn't look like that person. But yeah, I feel like I can kind of have this aesthetic. Okay. But that's future. That's I gotta finish writing this down. Yeah, I guess Halloween streams incoming. We can get Benjamin back to talk more about vampires because we never quite finished. Well, yeah, we can talk about some other stuff. All right. Ooh, 10 people on right now. That's fun. Now I have to turn down my music because I feel like it's a little too loud. More vampire talk. Absolutely. Are you afraid of the science? Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I have written down. Your husband gets compared to Ralphie from A Christmas Story because he's blonde hair and glasses, and he hates it. Yeah, well, is it the glasses? People who have glasses just get compared to other people with glasses? Glasses? You're a big vampire fan. Fan of most cryptids, yeah. And also, hello, Benjamin. Rabies is the zombie virus. Yeah, but we sort of talked, we didn't get to it, but I would venture to guess that rabies has some part to do with the vampiric myth as well, to a degree. Because zombies are a fairly recent, I think, Western cryptid. Not that other cultures didn't have zombie-like things, but, you know. I mean, I think vampires were effectively partially zombies for a long time. Or they held the place of where a zombie-like creature could be in a culture. In high school, people used to compare you to Ugly Betty. You know, at some point in our high school age time, I feel like that was a compliment. I know someone from my high school who was pretty into being the person who looked like Ugly Betty. I don't know. You mean Daniel Jackson was super hot? Truth. Yeah, Daniel Jackson glow up. I don't know if this will. He definitely had a glow up on screen, because he had to go from who is this, James Spader? Is that who it is? To Michael Shanks. The big question is, do you want excessive bleeding for your zombies or not? Because if so, you need Ebola. Just throwing a little bit of Ebola into your infection soup and maybe get a specific phenotype of zombieism. If rabies is not enough, yeah. Ooh, double infection. I don't know Well, that's just awful. Black t-shirt era, Daniel Jackson, yep. James Spader was also hot. I don't think about James Spader. I really need to... Hold on. I gotta spam a certain emote right now. Frequently used. That's gonna change. Yeah. James Spader has aged quite a bit. Do rabies and Ebola exist in the same parts of the world? That's a good question. So Ebola is pretty much restricted to parts of Africa. Location. And rabies, I think, is worldwide. I'm going to look that up. So rabies is the one that I'm not sure if it ends up. So let's see. What seems like a reliable source? CDC. That's a reliable source. Yikes. Give me a better picture. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but there are different species of Ebola virus. And let's check what type of virus Ebola is. And then we also got to look up rabies location. Almost all human deaths caused by rabies occur in Asia and Africa. So I'm going to assume that, yeah, it's pretty widespread then. Ooh, yeah. Yep. Oh boy. Lots of people talking in chat. Spader makes you think of all the 80s movies where he was a crappy, mean bully. That's true. Facebook is also a reliable source. Oh, definitely. I use Facebook every single day. Not really. Rabola. Nice. Vampires are like 1700s, with like hot vampire in the 1800s. Zombies have been around for pretty much the same time, with largely based in Afro-Caribbean traditions, but westernized later, largely with film in the 1930s. Yeah, I thought what's his face? Not George Miller. There's that one movie, Night of the Living Dead. I thought that was basically the genesis of modern Western zombie tropes or whatever. Okay. Oof. So there are definitely people who had Rabola. George Romero. Thank you. Not George Miller. Yeah. Let's look that up actually. Ebola, rabies, co-infection. Oh, an inactivated rabies virus-based Ebola vaccine. That's interesting. Ooh. Ebola virus disease and COVID-19? No, that's sad. Co-infection. I mean, I don't think there's any particular reason why you couldn't get both. But I still need to check up. So what type of virus? Rabies virus. What type of virus they each are. Because I always forget my viruses. All right. Rabies virus. What are you? So they are a single-stranded negative sense RNA virus. Uh-oh. And single-stranded negative sense RNA virus. Okay, they're both, so I was looking that up. Not that this could happen or anything bad would come of it, but viruses have multiple different types of genome structures. Virus genome types. They're literally classified sometimes by their types. Here we go. So, actually this is better. This one's better. I've actually used this one in class before, except at a better resolution than this. Ooh, yikes. Okay. So base. Oh no, that's bad. That's bad. Give me a better one. Give me a better one. Please be better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so you can have positive sense RNA, um, negative sense RNA, positive and negative sense RNA, positive DNA, and then positive negative DNA. So what is that? 6 different types. So what I was curious about is, well, if you have 2 of the same type, if they co-infect the same cell or the same person, whether or not accidentally you could get a commingling of the 2 viral genomes and make basically a hybrid virus. So that's how we get certain types of flu virus, I think. Like bird flu pandemic was the result of 2 different flu viruses ending up in the same vector and then sort of mixing around, and then you get a third new virus because they kind of switch out their parts, basically. These are probably way too divergent for that to happen. Yeah, how do you get Ebola and also rabies? Feels like you die from one before you get the other. So I think from what I know of Ebola, you'd probably die of Ebola first. Rabies takes a little bit longer in terms of like as in you can get rabies, but then you don't actually show symptoms for quite a while. And I think Ebola is more standard in that you get infected, you start showing symptoms, and then there's a high morbidity related to it. It's also kind of pretty looking. Rabies can be dormant for up to a year if you recall. Yeah, I remember reading something like that too. So I think if you get infected by both, the Ebola, if you're gonna die from, like, automatically from one, probably the Ebola would take you out first. Let's see, but I wonder if they even affect the same cells. So host cells, but which host cells? Science talk, blah, blah, blah. All right, not really seeing exactly. Yeah, I don't know exactly where it is. High fatality rate. Rabies is basically 100% fatality rate. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to close some of these. I'm just going to search again whether or not Ebola and rabies co-infection. Ebola, rabies co-infection. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about virology or immunology or human health to say like why you couldn't get both, except for the fact that if Ebola, if it's gonna kill you, is gonna do so pretty quickly, like quicker than the rabies is gonna get you. Did I say look at the pretty virus? I think I did. I mean, Ebola is kind of pretty. Look at this. We have this wonderful what's his name style art. Okay, so we have glycoproteins on the outside. We have a nice structural matrix protein keeping together the shape. Nucleoprotein protecting the RNA genome, which is the yellow in the middle right there. Very, very pretty. Polymerase protein just stuck there waiting to go. Cool. What does it do? I also just wonder how big their genomes are. Ebola virus, that is. Ebola is kind of cool because there's, which African nation is it? One of the African nations that gets pretty repeated Ebola virus outbreaks, they do a really good job of actually keeping outbreaks contained, which is why we don't hear here in the West about Ebola outbreaks very often. because they're very good at containing them, and they do a lot of like constant work keeping it that way. How many diseases can we stack on a human? The new game from Hasbro. The answer is probably very few. Very, very few. There's that scene from the Simpsons. Simpsons. Burn sickness. Yeah, here we go.
We make USAA renters insurance.
Yikes.
Because if it's worth lugging up 5 floors, it's worth protecting for as low as 33 cents a day. It's that
Three Stooges disease. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's what he says.
Well, Doc, I think I did pretty well in my tests. You may shake my hand if you like. Under the circumstances, this sounds like bad news.
Well, you'd think so, but all of your diseases are in perfect balance. If you have a moment, I can explain.
Well,
Here's the door to your body, see? And these are oversized novelty germs. That's influenza, that's bronchitis, and this cute little cuddlebug is pancreatic cancer. Now, here's what happens when they all try to get through the door at once. Move it, shout ahead.
That was a Zoidberg sound. Anyways, very funny. Oh, I don't know if I should plug this, but if you don't know, if for some reason you really want to go back and watch an old stream, I keep a very poor archive of my streams on YouTube. My mod Brian and I are attempting to get it up to date. Some of the sound doesn't work on half of them, so we just kind of put them all up there just in case. Okay. Hungry hepatitis gotta catch them all. I mean, I feel like this is some good workshopping for would probably be a shockingly successful group of novelty games, all based on diseases. I mean, those like novelty disease plushes are pretty popular. Plushes? Yeah, giant microbes. Get doctor gifts, teacher gifts. I mean, they have. Oh, the DNA is sad. Hungry hepatitis. That's a good one. What was the other one? I feel like someone else said something. Oh yeah, just stacking diseases on a human. That's kind of like what, I don't know what game that would be most like. What, like the sticks one where you pull apart sticks and chlamydias and ladders. That's a good one. You should be just, TMing all of these, Maddie. Those are wonderful ideas. The DNA, yeah, the DNA. Jenga? Ooh, no, not Jenga. I'm not thinking of Jenga, but Jenga's a really good one. I'm not sure what a disease with a J. When you look at a microscope and this stares back at you, what do? Oh, POV, you're in lab. Oh God, she's too excited. Pick up sticks. That's it. Thank you. Oh, a whole genetics one. Is that our... Oh. Things are loading. DNA has eyes, confirmed. DNA has eyes and they stare blankly into the distance. Aw, RNA is kind of cute. It's kind of cute though. Also, further down this rabbit hole. Oh, magnetic egg and sperm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. It's out of stock. They're out of stock. At least the Oh, wait. 6. Well, first of all, the little bows suggesting a gender on these. Like, come on. That's needlessly gendered. 2, the sperm are what give the embryo its biological sex. So really, this sperm should have a bow, but this egg is innocent of gender norms. Why is my chat being all weird? Oh, there. That's why. Go away. Sellers of COVID. That might be a tiny bit too soon, but I do love it. They look like Shrinky Dinks. Oregon Trail was basically just dysentery the game. I like how you like how I had a plan for the stream and you're just like Rabola. That's fine. That's fine. Listen, if I'm okay getting off topic unless there's a guest, and then I feel like we should pay attention to what the guest has to say, which reminds me to remind everyone else that next week, in 1 week, we will be having someone on, and she's going to be telling us about alien sex and how we could possibly get human-alien hybrids. So that'll be fun. Quit projecting your gender norms onto stuffed animals. Also, not just stuffed animals, stuffed cells. But yeah. XL size. Is this XL? Wait. So, the egg is XL. And mini magnetic sperm. That's what's out of stock. But you can... Oh, the sperm's out of stock. You can get a single, like, a human cell, a human ovum. Cute. That's actually pretty cute. Ticket to Ricketts. Maddie, you're going off on all these. This is pretty amazing. It needs to come with a pack of sperm with lots of colors of bows. Absolutely. I shouldn't also say alien sex. I feel like that's like the the clickbait title. In fact, I might just use that as the clickbait title. Really, it's about chromosome segregation and chromosome pairing, but that's sex when you get down to it. Come on. Take me back home. I actually kind of want to look at more of these. Estrogen. Wow, they really branched out. I wonder what percentage of a human you could make using just stuffed pieces. I don't like its little feet. Or its hat has an egg on it. Oh. That's it's a steroid. But that's kind of cute. Yeah, you should pitch all these games. Just make a burner email. Just send them a list. Just send them the list and then copyright yourself. And then they have to give you credit. Alien sex. Plushy human parts. Yeah, there's they kind of have everything. Oh, there's a whole thing on COVID. Just COVID. And mental health? What is... I just want to look at the diseases. You get auto-modded all the time because you're having legitimate conversations about science. And like in other streams. Anthrax to anthrax. I don't know what that one is. Wait, zombie virus, pithovirus, Sibiricum. What's pithovirus Sibiricum? Pithovirus. Wait, pithovirus Sibiricum looks. I bet it's an old one that they found, or something like that. What is... Oh, one of the suggested images is of the plushie. That's cute. You studied reproduction, so you feel desensitized to sex talk, and people are so shy about it. What does bipolar look like? Oh, apples to apples. I get it. That one's a little more tough, but it makes sense now. Bipolar? Let's look at bipolar. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's like a two-sided brain with rainbow on one side and storm cloud on the other. Oh, and really disconcerting eyes in the front. I don't like that they have to put eyes on everything. Today you had a pre-quiz question that said, "Are all genes turned on in every cell?" And some of the kids were like, "Miss, that's kind of weird." I mean, that's... Come on. You turn on a light as well. That's so easy. Yeah. Okay. What is pithavirus? It infects amoebas. Okay. Ah, viable specimen found in 30,000-year-old ice core. I see. So that's why it was a zombie virus, because it came back to life. Let's see. Your worst, best, and last board game parody, Monopoly. That's also a good one. It's right there in the name already. You've gotten some good ideas about teaching gene regulation on science stream. Yeah, science is a lot of fun. They do some good stuff, and they're on like every single day. I don't know how they do it. Let's see. Eyes need meds. Yep. Oh, they're having a baby? Oh, wow. I hope they also take a break from streaming at some point then. But good for them. Yeah, I lurk around on their stream every once in a while too. Just they're always on, so I can always go on there. And I'm on their Discord every once in a while too. Okay. So, what, half an hour, 45 minutes already gone. That's fine. Basically, at some point, David, if you're still on and listening, you had asked whether or not we would ever talk about epigenetics. And I wanted to talk about something that was sort of science fiction related, or at least showed up in science fiction. Epigenetics is like an iffy thing, but genetic memory shows up all the time. And I kind of want to like think about that. You've got Lita 85% on giving her middle name Rosalind. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. Was it like officially announced anywhere? Because I feel like if it was, I missed it. But that's cool. My cat's trying to get in through the door. Yeah, I think they're both all about epigenetics. I mean, they I thought that's what they had both studied at some point. We've never met in person, but it's kind of weird because I think Balint, whose name I always forget how to pronounce, we technically have run in the same circles, or at least in like parallel circles in research. I just don't think we've ever met at a conference. I think they actually went to the Fly conference this past year, which is when I didn't go. Gene memories. So genes are memes. Yeah. I need to finish that project, turning genes into memes. Or no, memes into genes. Oh, they did a huge stream last week. Balint. Thank you. Balent. I'm awful with remembering names, so I have to go by what's written, and then, of course, my brain doesn't know how to pronounce it anyway, so... Balent. Yes, they did some artwork for it. It's kind of like how I figured out they were there or going there, because I saw some work for it. I was like, hey, I know this art style. And then they said something about it. Balent. Okay. Yeah, so genetic memory. First of all, TV Tropes, one of my favorite websites for like this sort of thing. They just have the funniest, even just articles. So immediately I saw this other one, which was Lamarck was right, which is not epigenetics, but it's what people associate with epigenetics. It's the like, things you do in your life affect what you pass on to your children. Yeah, exactly. Hey, I know this emote style. That's exactly what I thought. Can I look that up, actually? Drosophila conference, I think. I'm just trying to find the artwork that I saw. Oh, well, this is his. Now we're just creepy on Balent. There's this poster from a couple years ago. Or this year? Let's zoom in there. What's the year? Very nice poster. I'm pretty sure he got an award like 2 years ago, like a big award from the GSA. Rightfully so. I mean, this is from his own website, I think. Dallas, I was not there. Neural circuitry. Yeah, he does neural stuff. You troll a lot of science streams with Lamarck's Revenge. In what way? In what way specifically? Also, wait, look what I just found on his very own website. Baby Balent. Undergraduate research. Transgenerational medicine in Drosophila seychellia. All right. Yeah, epigenetics. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know about that. It's like he was proven right. He was proven right with an asterisk. Also, proven has an asterisk right too. Because, I mean, he wasn't far off from something that eventually people noticed. So, for people who don't know, Lamarck comes from, what is his first name? Is it Jean-Baptiste? Yes. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, a French nationalist, a French naturalist whose theories inspired Charles Darwin. I don't know how true that is, only because I just don't remember the history of it. No offense, TV Tropes, but I'm not going to take your word on that one, but sure, why not? And eventually led to modern Darwinian. So he had this inheritance of acquired traits, where parents had self-improvement, they learned certain things or something like that, and those learned acquired traits would be passed on to the offspring, right? He looks like he's winning. He's 12, winning at a high school science contest. Yeah, he did. Also, I'm drinking this very delicious Wild Little Thing, a sour ale from Sierra Nevada. Highly recommend. All right. So yeah, the example, which I feel like I should go back. I want to actually read Lamarck's original sort of works and see what his actual sort of thoughts were, his actual examples were. Because this is one that I remember being presented. Giraffes had long necks because they kept stretching for higher branches over many generations. So a behavior led to a change genetically, right? But that's we have learned that that's not exactly how it works, but also it kind of is sort of maybe how it works sometimes. Lamarck's stuff was pushed hard by the Soviet Union and later Communist China under Lysenkoism. Really? Actually, no. I remember hearing about this or reading about it somewhere, but I never looked into it. Is Lamarck on PubMed? Jean-Baptiste. Oh, hold on. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. Lamarck. Yeah, so he had this, a feedback loop. Not more or less, but almost literally. But of course, the problem with that is that for a good chunk of, the majority of the 20th century, the only mechanism for genetic inheritance that was known was genes carried on DNA, carried in chromosomes. Eventually, we did discover the histone code, or the histone code hypothesis. Ooh. Which is related to the scaffolding proteins that DNA wraps around. These scaffolding proteins, they're little, almost like little spheres, more or less. DNA wraps around them. Great, it provides organization, but it also provides an extra layer of regulation on top of that, because they have little tails that come off. Those little tails can have little signposts put on them that essentially can say things like, hey, read the DNA underneath me, or hey, compact me down, or something like that. And these marks are altered throughout the lifespan of an organism, and these altered marks on the organism can, in some circumstances, and in ways that we don't necessarily fully understand, can be passed on to the next generation. But what I think is less clear is the actual effect on multiple generations, and especially on the effect of multiple generations in a population, which is when evolution occurs. So actually, not that. Where is it? You're teaching about this tomorrow. Oh, wow. Great timing. Yeah, so this is just a paper. I don't want to say it's like the first paper, but I did see it cited a lot from 2014, kind of talking about this. You love this? Well, the structure of DNA and chromosomes. That's one of my favorite lectures to give. I love talking about DNA and chromosomes. Did someone say gold? You love SG1. Nice. Well, we haven't actually gotten there yet. We've gone off on tangents upon tangents. But I'm going to get there. Yeah, so actually no. Oh, you also came for the Stargate. Okay, well, let's back up. Let's go back there. Let's go back to Stargate. Not back to Stargate. Let's start at Stargate. So yeah, the thing I want to talk about was genetic memory. Something that comes up multiple times in different properties. So much so that I feel like, and I don't know where it came from necessarily, but I feel like it's something that But what it is the idea that by being born, you can be imbued with actual memories or knowledge given to you by your parents. Oh, you love DNA too? Okay, great. And the basis for this, for me at least, was the Goa'uld, which are the main antagonists for Stargate SG-1, for the majority of Stargate SG-1's reign. Let's see if they don't have it listed here, though, I'm going to be very annoyed. So what do we got? Andromeda, Doctor Who, Farscape. What? Oh, Stargate SG-1. Okay, good. Yeah, so the villainous species of parasitic worms explicitly have genetic memory, and it's conscious, which is interesting. So a gold queen, because they have a not a B type chromosome system. I tried to work it out once. It's weird. Regardless, they have queens, and they choose what memories to transmit to their children. That's a tough one to reconcile. You have to leave now, but you enjoyed talking about many things, including Stargate and Ebola. Okay, thank you for coming. I guess maybe I can send you a Chakotay, a problematic Chakotay tattoo, if I can even get it on screen. But I might have to have some sort of little contest or drawing for it. But I'll see you later. I'll talk to you later. Okay. In one episode where O'Neill learns of this, he asks, O'Neill being the main character, he asks if that includes remembering their conception, and then states that's probably why all the Goa'uld are so pissed off all the time. Oh, how is it tough? How is it tough? It's tough because... Okay. So, genetic memory is something I could get behind. Oh, hello, Brian. Welcome. Did I know that the guy who played McKay also streams on Twitch? Yes, I did. In fact, he joined me on stream about 2 months ago. Yeah, we had a wonderful conversation with Dr. James Gurney, another science streamer / new professor, and we had a great conversation about biotechnology. We've talked a little bit. Oh, here. Let's wait, I can link to him. Yeah, but he goes after... Is that his Twitch name? Because he also does, like, tech bandits. But yeah, I think David I. Hewlett is what he goes by on Twitch. Let's see. Yeah, Goa'uld are a really interesting premise. There was one episode where Toka Queen imprinted blank genetic memory in order to stop people from using her. Yes, I remember that. Don't some worms have some potential genetic memory stuff? Okay. See, that's kind of what I mean. Like, I can get behind the idea of genetic memory, in that we definitely have neural circuits, and Brian, if you're here now, maybe you can help us out with this, because we've studied these neural circuits on in certain organisms, Drosophila, fruit flies being one, nematodes or C. elegans being another. So these neurons, as they're developing, they know where to go. They know who to connect to, and their connections influence behavior, right? And behavior is an aspect of biology that is not memory, but it's awfully close, right? So you could say that worms remember that they need to move towards something or move away from something. We think of memory as something way more, not active, but way more like higher functioning, because we have episodic memory. We remember specific episodes or events in our life. So there's this like range from the clear-cut neuron A connects to neuron B, connects to neuron C, and that little circuit means that if you smell alcohol, you move towards it, right? And that is something that's inherited. But, so that's why I'm behind genetic memory, because all of that means that there's a genetic component telling these neurons to connect up in a certain way, right? Okay, but then you start to make it more complex. You start to add in, how do you encode episodic genetic memory? And then even that, I'm like, maybe that could happen. But then Maddie, to finally get to what you're asking, why I'm not on board with that. The last stage is like, okay, but now you have to choose to do that and choose which ones to do. Yikes, that's tough. Like, we don't. How do you make a conscious choice that is then reflected by the expression of things on your DNA, right? That's wild, and I love to speculate about it, but I can't think of something. Also, yeah, Sci-Fi Gal, I feel so bad that the audio did not work. It didn't just transfer not to YouTube. It didn't transfer to my Twitch stream either. I had been having some issues with the software I was using, and it just didn't work. It sucks so much. I did put the video on YouTube just because I had it, but it's just me making a bunch of mouth sounds because all you hear is what's coming from this mic, as I'm like sitting there listening to other people speak. It sucks. So you think we do have that already? Like, if you had a traumatic event, would you tell your kids? See, that is a great point, but that's not genetic memory. I know what you're saying. We're transferring our memories in a different way, right? Absolutely. So I absolutely agree with you, and that's like an integral part of our learning. But the cool sci-fi thing that they're doing is like they don't require learning because it's genetically encoded. A detail that they never go into how that's actually done, though. It seemed like we were all having so much fun. Yeah, you could tell by like just the facial expressions. Yeah, David and I have spoken a tiny bit off stream since then. I think we want to do something else, like together. We just haven't had the time to like really focus in on anything in particular. But someday we'll talk again. Yeah, it's a communication form, and also such an evolutionary advantage. I mean, imagine having a species that only needs to make a mistake per lineage, and then everyone in that lineage remembers. This is also something that comes up. So there's genetic memory in Dune, I believe. Literature? I don't know if they call it genetic memory. But basically characters are able to unlock, yes, here we go. The Bene Gesserit Reverend Mothers of Dune are capable of calling on genetic memories with the aid of extensive training to control and be aware of their own metabolism and use the highly potent awareness-enhancing drug, spice. Ah, yes, not you, David T. Gregory, a different David. You're just lurking and listening. Just popping your head up every once in a while to speak. David and James are very animated when they're talking about things they're passionate about. Oh, yeah, definitely. That was a super animated conversation. I was having a very hard time keeping it together, to be completely honest. Don't elephants have some sort of genetic/social memory? So yeah, elephants have... Okay, first of all, the like level of memory that is like kind of spoken of in science fiction is, I think, pretty verifiably more than anything we see on the planet Earth. But elephants do have a social memory aspect. So they visit sites that were important to family groups, and I think they have like culture in a way that like they visit the same sites as groups even well after the living memory. So the any particular elephant who saw an event happen, long dead, they'll still sort of return to other sites of like importance for them. So there was this kind of weird paper in C. elegans that linked transgenerational inheritance of sexual attraction to small RNAs. Okay, can you find that paper? That's exactly what I want to look for. But if you have a chance to look for that, that'd be awesome. But in the meantime, going back to the Goa'uld, so I want to see what the Goa'uld genetic memory, what their the Stargate. Hold on now. Who this? A Reddit thread that I'm definitely gonna check out. I just want to see what the Stargate wiki actually says. Hello, I'm a Forever 2. I think you're a bot. I'm sorry to say. But in my opinion, I Samsung all the way. Although I don't know what the Samsung A7 one is. Can you prove you're not a bot? All right. Ooh, why is my bitrate so bad all of a sudden? Uh-oh. Oh, it's probably because I'm on this awful wiki page that has 50 ads per square inch. Oh, you banned I'm a Forever 2. Oh, no. You uploaded it. Thank you very much. Oh, Gate World. You're absolutely right. What am I doing? Oops. A reverse Turing test. What would a reverse Turing test be? Like they're testing to see if I'm... No, I was testing to see if they were a bot. Yeah. Ooh, so much information. The final years. Okay, let's see where they have genetic memory. So in the process... Okay. So symbiotic creatures are birthed from asexual mothers. Hard disagree that they're asexual. Hard disagree. In the process, every newborn symbiote inherits the genetic memory of the one before it. Okay, that's all they really say about that. We'll look at this Reddit thread. Okay. Hold on. Let me pop this out and do something quick. I wanna get to old Reddit something. Whoa. Sci-Fi gal, excuse me. Thank you for the subscription. Awesome. I really appreciate it. Also, now you can use the fun emotes. And also, why is everything slow on my computer all of a sudden? Awesome. Okay, while this is deciding to go, let me go back to the chat. You are an anthropologist. Oh, so you're all... Oh, I bet you were all about Stargate. Stargate has something for everybody. Engineering, anthropology, comp sci, biology. It's great. Is there any biological or evolutionary reason life doesn't have genetic memory or even exact memory like we've given computers? Oh, I am very slow. Okay. Sorry, I'm seeing the bitrate drop on me and I'm trying to figure out why. But I do want to answer that. Give me 1 second. Okay. I think it's because I have just so many stupid tabs open. Okay, the reason for anything of why something hasn't occurred in biology or evolution is just because it hasn't happened. Now there are actual physical limitations to things. So genetic memory is tough because you have to figure out how to encode memory, episodic memory, and then decode it in a meaningful way. That is just kind of a pretty big barrier. And also evolution doesn't do things on purpose. So there just hasn't been the right series of buffering. There hasn't been the right series of evolutionary advances to go down the pathway to lead to full genetic memory, like we might be talking about. Let's see. The level of genetic memory of the gold is much more than social memory. Chlorel remembers grudges that Apophis developed during his lifetime, presumably meaning that the memory is updating as the parent lives. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The amount of information that is suggested that those little creepy snakes have is crazy. Yeah, I think they said that at the time of transfer, all previous memories were accessible to the offspring. Yeah. Oh, everyone's buffering. Why is it unstable? Okay. I'm sorry, everybody. There's really no reason on my end why it should be so bad. Okay, I assume everyone can still hear me. I'm just checking some things. Yeah, sorry everybody. There's I think it's just my internet. I think my computer is actually sort of chugging along okay. Oh, it's turned into a slideshow? Okay, well, I'll keep talking, but I really apologize. I don't know. This is really, making me think that Spectrum doesn't realize that Google Fiber just moved into our neighborhood. They might get the boot sometime soon. But what is which Stargate character is my favorite? Ooh, that's so tough. Okay, favorite Stargate SG-1. Okay, well, favorite Stargate character? Probably Dr. Rodney McKay. Pretty easy. Absolutely easy. Stargate SG-1, though, I think probably Major Samantha Carter. Yeah, pretty sure it's Samantha Carter. Yeah. Fantastic person. Wonderful, great career. I don't know. I think that's the answer for me. Yes, evolution is just a force. Evolution, yes, is a process. It doesn't think. It doesn't have goals. It doesn't have planning associated with it. I'm going to close this page because it has ads. Yeah, everyone's buffering right now. I can't explain it other than it is happening. I see it on my stream output, and yet I don't see it on my software. My software is saying that everything's fine on my end. I think it's the pipes outside my house. They're getting clogged up, the internet pipes. I wonder if Spectrum outage. I don't know if I can. Yeah. The real problem is that I have Spectrum. So I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. What were we talking about? Samantha Carter, Rodney McKay, top 2 in my heart. Definitely. Brian, you dropped off for me some information, some primary literature. Worm sexual attraction. Yes. Oh, what the heck? This is a strong. This was in DevCell. They put a meme in DevCell. What? When is this from? Oh, this is from this year. All right, I hope everyone recognized. Well, first of all, once the slideshow, once slideshow mode allows everyone to see what I'm looking at. Yeah, I see that it's frozen. Huh. You can hear me, but the lag is a minute or more. Wow. To be completely honest, yeah, and the audio's fine. To be completely honest, I don't know how to troubleshoot this. Like, I turn off my internet and turn it back on, but then the stream will get cut off. And I do see that it's like very behind. I see myself sipping something, and there's the Reddit post that I do want to look at, but I may have closed. Oh yeah. Spectrum better watch it. Yeah. And you have Google Fiber and you love it. Yeah, they're only like $7 cheaper. Okay. In AI, we have a thing where AI can be trained too much and therefore only solve very few specific issues. That's why you asked the question. You're wondering if you'd give similar reason to why life wouldn't have genetic/perfect memory. I mean, there's also an energy cost involved for life. And so that's involved with genetic memory as well. So let me paint you a picture with words since no one can see me. I see that I'm still like stuck far behind in video. So every time a cell replicates, it has to replicate its entire genome. For humans, that is a 3 billion letter genome times 2. And each one of those letters needs to be copied, and that requires energy. If we're talking genetic memory, unless there's some crazy amount of compression, which genes don't really have, but data compression, you're still talking about a lot of data that's required to be in the genome, and it would need so much energy in order to continue copying that you're actually putting on a risky sort of cost to the organism. So evolution hates energy costs because energy is hard to come by. So you're not going to evolve anything super complex like that. Let's see. You feel like you're a few minutes behind on audio as well? Okay. Number 1, McKay. Number 2, Daniel. Daniel for you. Sam got so many girls into science. Sam got me into science too. Yeah, she's awesome. I don't think Opera is my issue, or sorry, the browser is my issue. Sometimes it makes things kind of choppy, but or sometimes using my browser makes things choppy, but it usually is fine. I might just need to reboot everything, and you're down to 150p. Okay, wow.